I can improve this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I'm your host, Airsoft Al, and welcome, of course, to another takedown/mod guide. Today, we are looking at the JG UK Arms D47, or at least AK. Well, not really D47, it's D74, but you get what I'm saying. This is basically just a 74/AKM. We are going to be taking this down. We are definitely going to paint this black to match the actual real-world thing. We're going to leave this wood color, almost. We're going to leave it wood. This we're going to leave as well, but I am going to see what can be fit on this, because if I can fit this on here, that will definitely add a nice little bit of character to it, but you know how it is. Either way, though, let's go ahead and take a look around at all the stuff here. We have a flathead here for the charging handle, fire selector, which we'll be replacing with a metal one, since this is a standard full-size one, which will look very nice. Metal. We are going to, of course, be doing other things to it, such as, everything else in between, but either way, though. We are going to put this to the front, instead of it being in the rear. If we can't, we're going to see why this is in the rearward position, not the frontward position, as it normally is on most other AKs. But again, that's just how it is. So, let's go ahead and get this disconnected. Go ahead and get that undone. Pull this out. Replace this maybe with the metal one, because this... Looking at this, actually... No, this might actually be a better option for it, because that is... looks to be longer, actually. Looks to be... Yeah, that's actually longer, so we're going to keep this. Throw that to the side, actually. I'm going to need a flathead, so let's go ahead and grab a flathead. I am going to, of course, take this off of here. We are going to push the pin out of this and pull this out and see if maybe I can replace this with another, because this is a standard... This looks like a standard AK folding stock, so I might be able to replace that with a triangle folder in the future. Either way, though, let's go ahead and get all the tools and everything here needed, and then we'll begin proper, shall we? Okay, so much harder than I thought it would be. I do like that all these parts are actually able to be somewhat interchanged. I do like that very much so. Thank you very much. It does make it a lot easier, I guess you could say. Anyway, though, so here is the outer barrel, and here's the inner barrel. I was wrong. I was actually right, and it comes only there. But yeah, no, here is the barrel itself, which is held in by a simple screw. This is all metal, this is all polymer, so you could 3D print some rather interesting, Either way, though, it does make things a bit interesting, doesn't it? Right there, so I can put that screw back in here and lock this down a bit. But either way, though, as I was saying, this does make things a little more interesting, I guess you could say, because I could, in theory, mind you, take this barrel off here and put, this front side post where I bloody well want to, but again, it's one of those things of, what do I want to do with this, but I already know what I'm going to do with this, though. I'm going to, of course, obviously take the barrel that's in this out. I'm going to replace the hop unit here out as well, but thankfully enough, I already have one for that. And it's this. I'm going to take this barrel out, and I'm going to put it in here. This already has a redneck flat hop in it. It's already primed, ready to go, all that good, happy jazz. So that should be rather interesting. So we're just going to go ahead and put this back on here. Right there. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this undone. Pull that out. I'm going to, of course, let's see here. Let's see where this reaches out, actually, because I'm now very curious about that. It should reach out. Actually, that is one thing I'm not sure about. I'm not 100% sure if this will reach out all the way to where I hope it will, but if it doesn't, that's no worry on my part. I can just replace this with all the stuff I do need. Do that. Put this on here. There we go. Put one nut there. Okay, now we got that on there. Let's go ahead, put this back on here, get this on here now, and see where we're at barrel-wise. Barrel-wise, we are not that long, actually. That's disappointing, so we're going to have to put a longer barrel on this bitch. Alright, so I may have a longer barrel that will work with this, so give me a few seconds, guys. Jump cut time. Okay, so a few things learned from this. Number one, the charging mechanism, the fire selecting mechanism on the gearbox itself is proprietary to this charging handle, which means I would have to actually swap it out with this, which I will in the near future, but that's going to be with a wholly brand new version 3 gearbox that is going in this, and it's going to stay like that. Or I just might do some evil to it, I don't know. But either way, though. The other thing is that we have a new inner barrel. The inner barrel is now all the way to this, but it is currently crooked a bit, so I'm going to put some foam or something in there to have it be more centered. The other thing, which I have learned, of course, is that the furniture that was here was clipped on instead of being like in place like you would find on a regular 74, which, again, a little saddened by that, but, you know, that is a learning experience. So, this is going to be painted black, number one. Definitely going to be painted black. This is going to stay the same, but I might put a rail up here. I might, you know, screw here, put a rail on there, and, you know, go from there. But, again, that's gonna see what I can do in the future type deal. So, we're just going to go ahead and put this back in place. There we go, that's clipped on. Again, this is all polymer, at least. All this is polymer, so just screw here, put a rail on there. That'll definitely work out pretty well in the end. That, or I might take the polymer upper, which this is the middle upper. This is not the polymer one. I might take the polymer upper and actually do the screw here, and put a monolithic rail all the way up top. But then again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might keep it what I'm originally going to do, and just have it to where, you know, I have a little bit of clamp Picatinny here and do that. But this is a very interesting piece, I'm not gonna lie. So right now it's got a longer inner barrel in there. We're gonna put some foam on the end here to center it a little bit. So again, we're gonna see how that works out. I want to try and get this thing as centered as humanly possible. I do not have it screwed though to keep it in place. Instead, I'm going to try and, like I said, get foam in there and get it to be where it is completely centered, more or less. But either way though, till then, another jump cut, ladies and gentlemen, and I will give my full thoughts on this thing as a whole, more or less, and sort of lessons I've learned from this. Alright, so we have the now somewhat improved D74. It's got a longer inner barrel. I have some cloth in there to help keep the barrel somewhat straight, but let's go ahead with the longer inner barrel and improved hop-up. Of course, we're going to see the ranges, we're going to see improvements. I'm going to take some FPS readings to see what we got. The last couple FPS readings were under 300. We're going to see what this does now with the longer inner barrel. But let's see what it sounds like. So, let's see what we got. sounds a little more metallic. Let's get a nice little burst. It's definitely got a nice metallic click to it. Like, that is really nice. So, let's go ahead and get a magazine in here with some Evike .2s. See what we've got. Magazine secured. Go ahead and just fire one shot, make sure it's feeding. It's feeding. Alright, got the crony here. Let's go ahead, see what we're getting at. 259, 261, 270, 259, 258, 259. So it's now in the 260s, which is not too bad at least. I mean, that is actually somewhat of a better improvement than what we were seeing beforehand. But, and then again, that's with the stock spring that's in here. I haven't changed out the spring in this. I might do that in the future, actually. I might put another spring in here, because I do have a lot of AEG springs that I can do that with. So, we are going to get the run cam on here. We're going to take it outside, and we are going to see what kind of ranges we're getting with it, and see how much it's improved with the longer air barrel and the redneck flat hop. Shall we? Quick addendum before we get to the range test. I don't know how I missed this. But this has a quick change spring system!
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say?
No, I'm serious. Look, right there. There's a quick change spring system, which means I can open this thing back up and put a better damn spring in this by simply putting it in there, pulling out, putting it. What is this gun? Why does it have this many features? That's awesome! Now to the range test. Now, the big thing I think we've learned from this is that this gun has a lot more to it than we initially thought. And the big thing about it is that besides it being all V3 parts through and through, the gearbox has a quick change spring system. That is something you do not find on any sub-$100 guns. That's amazing, in my opinion. That is actually kind of cool, and something I will abuse to the best of my abilities to put a better spring in here, or at least a much more improved spring, because while, yes, the barrel does improve the range, and the redneck flat hop, which, for those of you who don't know, redneck flat hop is just basically put a rubber band on the hop-up rubber itself in the hop chamber, it does improve the range a good bit. It does hinder it at the low FPS. This is a very good CQB gun if you really wanted to go CQB, and at the area I'm hoping to do come October the 16th, which, yes, I will be bringing this gun along, I'm hoping to utilize that to the best of its abilities, because this is a very much so solid gun. It's a very good gun. And the fact that the FPS itself can be improved upon, and I am going to definitely improve upon it to help with that, it's just an overall really good gun. A better gun, even. And, again, I'm pleasantly surprised at what it offers internally, and I bet you guys were surprised as well. But don't worry. Like I said, I'm going to definitely continue doing improvements to this, including, like I said, a better spring, as well as a Type 4 inner barrel, and a... While, yes, I may keep the redneck flat hop, I will probably introduce a rudimentary flat hop. But the improvements that I have shown you in this video, the improvements that I have done in this video, is something that anyone at any entry level can do. This is a very much so upgradable gun. The parts can be used on other AKs, if I'm to say so, because I am probably going to remove the solid stock here in the near future and put on the AK triangle stock on this to kind of give it that much more appropriate 74 style folding stock. Again, don't get me wrong, I love this folding stock, but at the same time, everyone has their own taste. But, either way, Outside of that, though, I bet you anything, my friend Ben, who is currently working on my AK-12, will probably have a field day with this if I ever sent it up to him. Because this is right up his alley in terms of just crazy stuff that should not work, yet does work. And this is one of those guns that shouldn't work, yet does work. Anyway, though, thank you all so very much for watching this mod takedown, and sort of the new format I'll be working with. Let me know if you like it as well. Also, a big sorry, of course, with the firing range video that my GoPro that I film on had to die, and I wasn't really in the mood to really charge it up because I was tired and just wanted to get the damn thing out of the way. But either way, though, in terms of this, let me know in the comment section down below what you would do with this, how you would improve this, how would you upgrade this to turn into a sleeper gun like I'm going to, because I can assure you, I'm turning this into a sleeper gun. Through and through, I'm turning this into a sleeper gun. And I might look for a railed dust cover in the future. But either way, though, I hope this helps you guys decide on whether or not you want to grab one of these from Amazon or Airsoft Megastore, or really eBay even. And again, I'm pleasantly surprised JG actually made something this good for $70, or not even $70, for under $100. But October is just getting started, ladies and gentlemen, and, well, you'll know the next gun when you see it. I can assure you that. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airsoft Al, and if you want to help improve the content, consider donating to our PayPal down below. And if you want to come talk with me and talk about this crazy thing, then consider joining the Discord down below as well, to the server where you and many others, authors, and all these other people have joined as well. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I've been Airsoft Al, and I'll see you all in the next video. Till next time, guys.